everybody, I'm back, Steve Govett from your San Diego Seals. I got another dish I'm gonna make tonight. Thank you everybody for sending all the cards and letters. It's been fantastic response. Some of those people trying to tell me to bake stuff, please don't tell me to bake stuff. I don't measure. I just throw stuff in a bowl. Measuring is really hard, baking's really hard. So I'm gonna get to this. We're having meatballs tonight, meatball sliders, and a Greek salad. So here we are. We got about 2 pounds of ground beef here. This happens to be organic. Look, everybody has a meatball recipe, right? Mom's meatballs, dad's meatballs, everybody's got a meatball recipe. We happen to use my wife's mom's meatball recipes. It's awesome, fantastic. There's a little twist in there. We'll get to that later, but here's how it starts. 2 pounds of meat, 2 eggs, easy peasy, 2 eggs, a little bit of breadcrumbs. Not a lot, because you make breadcrumbs, you dry it out. So you don't want to do that. A little Italian seasoning, you know, just enough to make you feel good, make you feel happy. All right, a little pepper. You want a little kick on there, a little pepper. Oh, got a little too much pepper. Some garlic powder. I love the garlic powder. Like I said before, garlic's measured in love. So you just throw that in there. And then, I should have opened this before, but I didn't. A little Parmesan cheese goes into your meatballs. Not a lot, just a little or more. And you mix that up. Last thing you want to do is throw some milk in there. A little splash of milk. And we'll do that a little later because I already got my hands all gooey. All right, I washed my hands to the tune of happy birthday for 20 seconds because I messed up a little bit. But I want to put the milk in, just a splash, right? Just a little splash of milk, easy. Throw it in there, and you get your hands in there. You gotta grind it up. Mix it all together with your hands. Get in there, mix that all up. All right, so we got the oven preheating to about 400, so we can pop these in. We're gonna make meatballs at this point. You know, I was trying to come up with a name for this show. The staff wanted to call it Cooking with the Prez. My wife thinks it should be Cooking with a Dummy, but I just, you know, making a meatball. So you make a meatball. I like to make generous meatballs, but the key to this is, right, you take a, you know, kind of a fistful of a meatball there, put a bit of a dimple in the middle, take one of these mozzarella balls, get a mozzarella ball in the water, easy to find in the grocery store, put the mozzarella ball inside there, and then mix it up. And you're gonna do that as many times as you can with 2 pounds of meat, but make sure that meatball is nice and round, ready to go with the mozzarella inside. Once you got all the meatballs made, they're all set up on a cookie sheet. I'm gonna take my last one and I'm gonna drop it right in there. I got 12. Wow, great math right there. You know what, it's been a ton of fun. Like I said, lots of comments, lots of questions. I will say, I don't cook anything under 2,000 calories, so don't expect that. We're not making any gluten-free meals. You know, we're not doing any of that type of stuff. This is fast and easy. I set this up mainly for my college-age son who can't cook. So I set these easy things up for him without having to measure so that one day he can actually eat. So we're gonna pop these in the oven. It's at 400 on the oven. We're gonna pop them in for about 20-25 minutes. You can kind of pay attention to those, but just pop them in, top shelf, ready to go. So while those meatballs are in the oven getting really plump, juicy, love that. I'm gonna make a Greek salad, really simple. Everybody, you know what, you can make your own salad, pretty simple, but I just like the sound of my own voice, so I wanted to do another segment where I make a salad. So here we go. All right, so our Greek salad's gonna have just romaine lettuce. You know, other people use other kinds of lettuce. We're gonna do romaine lettuce, cucumbers, grape tomatoes, feta, olives, and a little bit of onion. All right, so that's the cucumbers. You want to slice those up, quarter them up, get them nice and small, ready to go in. All right, so put some onions in there. Gotta cue the sad music for the onions because you're gonna cry every time you cook them. Try to do that. By the way, love these cutting boards. The green ones for vegetables, so I don't go ahead and cut meat on the vegetable one and then cheese on the vegetable one, and you know, we try and separate all that type of stuff so we have a bunch of different ones. All right, once you get those onions all chopped up, drop them in there, mix it up a little bit more. Got about 5 minutes left on those meatballs. Grape tomatoes, really simple, one slice, these are the best. You just drop them in, pretty simple. Hold them with 2 fingers, get that knife in between those 2 fingers because you don't want to cut your fingers off. Here we go. All right, so the sauce that we put our meatballs in for our sliders is so simple. It's just store-bought jars of sauce. So we do a pesto, right? So it's about a 2-to-1 pesto here. We do a full jar of the Rouse tomato sauce, marinara sauce, and then we do this full bottle of pesto, but it's about half the size. So all you do, dump the whole thing in there, get it all in there, and then get the sauce, marinara sauce in there. Mix that up, put it on my trusty Instapot for just to keep warm. So all we're gonna do is warm this sauce up. Once we get those meatballs out of the oven, we're gonna drop them in this sauce. Just keep them warm. So these are ready to go. You see, you can see some of the cheese kind of oozing out of some of them. Look at those, nice and brown, cheese coming out of some. It's really good stuff. So you place them over here. Okay, once you get them out, you got them on a safe spot in the kitchen. You wash your hands once again, because we're gonna touch these meatballs. You know, I know there's a shortage of paper towels, but we wanna try and get the grease off the meatballs. So just get them, kind of roll them up in there, get as much of that off of there, drop them in the sauce. Simple, 12 of them, we'll pop them in. All right, last one, cleaned it up, got the grease off there. We just get them in that sauce and get that sauce all over your balls. And oh, so good. And you're gonna let it sit probably another 10 minutes until you get it nice and warm. Get those things ready to go. Start your plates, get ready to go. Set the table. We're gonna eat in about 2 minutes. All right, folks, Seals fans, thank you so much for joining me once again this week. I love doing it. I'm gonna do it again. It's a lot of fun. Meatball, stuffed sliders, Greek salad. Have a great day.